we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to first call on the president of PMHDC, Micro Business Housing Development Corporation, who is also the chairman of our Loan Review Committee. President, have your name.
Thank you, Dr. Arnold. Good morning, everyone, and welcome this morning to our Foreign Celebration of Small Business Administration program here. So at this time, I would like to pass you to Dr. Arnold so we can do the interview of everyone. Thank you.
We have some guests with us today, and first of all, to all of those in Zoom land, thank you for joining us on this historic occasion. I believe this is the third time in our history that we've gotten this award, and this is the most special because it's during a very extraordinary time. So these things we'll cover a little bit later, but we want to just introduce a few people. We have some folks from our Loan Review Committee. Edgar, we mentioned. We have Enrique Serna and Walters right there. Pearson. So thank you very much for being here. Some of our staff that are here, we have Patty Mendoza, we have Tamara, we have also Monica, and a very special person that we've had for a long time doing the counseling for us. Thank you so much. And then we have Barbara Coronado from our finance and Chip from our HR office. And I believe we have also Jake, who's he's still seeing white lines down the freeway. He's been doing out to the outer reaches of PEP. And we have also our guests from PSMA. We have 4 of them there, our 2 Vista workers, and Jose and Iris. And we have a couple of folks that we're going to be hearing from today from our small businesses that are represented here today to give their testimonials. So having said that, just a brief historical note, we did start in 1975, PEP Housing Development Corporation, and then the Ford Foundation in 1985 gave us a grant, and we started the PEP Micro Business and Housing Development Corporation. The interesting thing about that is that we had an international part of it because Acción International was then our technical assistance provider, and all our staff trained in different Latin American countries and during the workshops that they would provide. Some of the model that we used for our microloan program came from Nuevo León, down in that part of the northeast part of the country of Mexico. And other notables, in 1993, we participated when Bill Clinton was putting together the CDFI, the Community Development Finance Institution legislation. And in 1999, the ceremony at the White House, we were awarded the very first CDFI, or Community Development Finance Institution. And so that was another notable. On the stage with us was one of our clients, Maria Jesus Garciola. She was a widow with 3 children, and she had gone through our NFJP program for training and was referred then to our microloan program, where we gave her $500 to start an Herbalife project. She was a farm worker, and so she started selling to other farm workers. Well, she was on the stage in 1999 at the White House with Bill, Hillary Clinton, and Secretary Rubin. What an honor when you consider how much she had accomplished. She's now still working. She has over 40 farm workers in Lower Yuma County that help her with their distributorship, and she's a great model to what can be done. A lot of times we discount the micro businesses. Hillary Clinton once said, the dreams of many of our micro businesses end up in a parking lot of a bank or some other place because they are just too small to be considered. And so once again, we partner with the banks. We are able to use this opportunity to create real life resources with loans and technical assistance. The difference between us and a regular bank is we do provide technical assistance. We were talking a little bit earlier about Marty Vargas. She does some of our technicals. All of us do technical assistance on our staff. I know yesterday I was talking to somebody that one of our borrowers was talking about trying to get access to cover some of their health care that they do when they do massage therapy. So much that needs to be done. And today I also want to point out the fact that we have a very small team. Robert Miliant, I don't see him here, but he's been a very important part of our underwriting. We really appreciate his work during these times. We didn't have the loan production we generally have. However, when you consider one of our offices in San Luis was wiped out by COVID and one of our workers did not recover physically enough to come back to work, another person had surgery. Yeah, we're able to come up with at least 10 loans, and we have several more in the hopper right now. We also assisted our 37, now almost 40 businesses. The data that we provided SBA, they were able to get their loans paid for 6 months. And along the way, we also provided technical assistance, which sometimes I think is the real important part of what we do. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention to you, on the international side, with unrestricted funding, we've been able to help a group of farmers in Cameroon. We have 54 loans in Cameroon, and they're all organic farmers. It's an area of conflict, so that food accessibility is very limited. And so these farms are actually keeping people from starvation. In Liberia, at Ground Zero, where Ebola was, we also have a program called Swamp Recovery, where we are going into swamp areas and planting rice, and that's providing food for that country. Also in Ghana, a similar effort. So microenterprise knows no boundaries. And also we do have with us today, Jorge Valenzuela with Fide Sonora, and they also have a large microloan program. We invested $5,000 a few years ago, and they have up to 1,000 women now that are primarily working with a product called Moringa, and we'll hear about that a little bit later. So the history goes on, the beat goes on, but I want to remind folks that right now is a very stressful time for our micro businesses. As soon as the stimulus money goes away and so the hard reality of building the business customers being able to operate as a business, they're going to need our help more than ever. That's why we're very thankful to have SBA as one of our main partners. They capitalize our loan fund. They provide us with the technical assistance that we need to give to our clients, resources. And so without partners, we alone could not do it. And so we're thankful. Once again, we'll be hearing from SBA today because it is Small Business Week. And in each state during this period, financial institution is selected as the micro lender of the year, and the SBA will be presenting PMHDC program that award. So that's a little bit about the history of what we do, but I think it'd be far more interesting for us to hear from a couple of our businesses.
So my name is Anthony Cruz. So Everyday Luxury Essentials is the name of the business. We started as an online business. Now we have a storefront, and we do T-shirts, printing on T-shirts. So some of those people around here are wearing the lanyards we made, some bracelets that we've done. But the testimonial I have, since I have this beautiful platform, is basically just to thank PMHDC for the micro business loan. It's changed my life and the life of many people around me. My son now is thinking about being a business owner. What I could say is from the beginning, from the very start, it's tremendous support, tremendous help. We had no problems with, the process of getting the business loan. Some people might think, it's tremendously difficult, but the staff here makes it easy and just so friendly. We do receive support as far as like when the pandemic hit, we did see a little bit of a decrease in customer sales, and we had, loan forgiveness for a while. Anytime that we need to come to PMHDC and ask, for support or help, they're always willing to give us, even like if we needed some more money for a loan, if need be, they would always be willing to give us that support. And to the end, even now, they're just always there to see us through to the end. And that means the world to us. And the biggest thing that I've seen with PMHDC is not only did they give us the micro business loan, but they also give us business. Like I said, some of the lanyards that they're wearing, some of the bracelets that they let us, send out quotes and, bid on certain projects that they're needing. And so not only do they, give micro business loans, but they actually give business to their business people, which means the world to people like us, small businesses. So thank you, Dr. Arnold. Thank you to the staff, to everybody, and we love you guys so much. Thank you guys. God bless.
But I'd like to call on Jorge Valenzuela. He has an interesting product they've been working with called Moringa, so we'll let him.
I would like to start with our foundation in Mexico is in the Jackie Tribe, is in the south of Sonora, and we are working with 5,000 kids in difficult situations. And when in 2003, we met Dr. John Arnold, and he helped us with a loan of $5,000, helping 20 very poor mothers that they don't have anything for giving to the kids, but they want to do something. And we start with these women, and now we have more than 1,000 women in this project in micro business, growing from different sources because it's revolving fund, and we have other organizations helping us, like Keller Foundation, Action Aid from Spain, and Keller Foundation from the United States. And Keller Foundation, when they saw all malnutrition kids in Mexico, they are doing some research about Moringa tree. And the Moringa tree is an Indian tree from this part, and they bring us some seeds. We go in Mexico, and we send to other states that we know they are very poor, like Chihuahua with the Tarahumara people, and Oaxaca, Chiapas, we send the seeds. But only in Sonora grew the Moringa, and we didn't know why in Sonora. And we are in the same latitude, the desert in the India where the Moringa grows. So the cold weather in Chihuahua died the Moringa. But let us tell you that this is a very strong vitamins and minerals for kids, especially for malnutrition kids. And the iron is the most powerful iron in any vegetable or fruits, that's the Moringa. And I have the video, but in Spanish, about the Miami research about the Moringa in the COVID. And they are given to in Colombia, in many countries in Latin America, Moringa to prevent the COVID, because they have a lot of vitamin C, a lot of different stuff that helps to prevent. So we are very happy, and this is one of the most successful business with women, because each woman has 10 trees in his house, and then they recollect the leaves and they recollect the seeds, and they sell in the highway. And also we bought, the Save the Children bought some of the Moringa, and then we produce this product. So thank you, Dr. John Arnold, to have this vision to help us, these women, and then grew up and help many kids and save many kids of malnutrition. Thank you very much.
Okay. You also make a juice out of it, right? Don't you?
Yes.
So that's another byproduct.
It's one of the good things that kids like, because of the trees, this, then you mix with some like pineapple or apple, and the leaves of the Moringa. This is a very good juice that the kids like very much. So sometimes kids doesn't like to take pills, but the juice, very
They
good.
make good tortillas and tostadas.
Tortillas and galletas. So thank you very much. And they produce different like cookies, tortillas with Moringa. So the tortillas are green, but they are very rich in iron and all the stuff.
Is it available online or can they?
Yes, we have just in Mexico.
Oh.
You can find here in some other market, but or probably just in Mexico.
I think Esquidio has some, I always get mine from there.
Some people bring them that it's very pure, very natural growing, and we know it's very pure. So maybe you can find here, but I'm not sure how pure and how it's organic.
Doesn't it lower cholesterol?
Yes, diabetes, cholesterol. You can see in the investigation in different universities here in the United States that study, and they grow the diabetes, cholesterol, and many things. So go for Moringa.
Gracias, thank you. Mírate fuerte. Yes, this is Robert Laney, the State Director of SBA Phoenix. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everybody, and thank you, John, and thank you to your entire PMHDC board and staff. You're a great and a caring organization that makes a difference here in Arizona. And I see three folks from my office, and I'm glad that they're down there with you. This event provides the opportunity to reflect on the importance of small business in our community and the importance of microlending, which allows small businesses to flourish. So we appreciate the opportunity. So as I say every year, when it comes to Small Business Week, with apologies to baseball and your mother's apple pie, there is nothing more American than Small Business Week. This country was founded by risk takers, and American entrepreneurship is what sets us apart from the rest of the world. In these unprecedented times, it is your hard work and your success that keeps us open for business. Success in business comes one step at a time, so dream big and take that next step today. You know, you might be looking at the next great American success story staring right back at you when you look in the mirror. This is the 57th anniversary of Small Business Week. It is a national event that recognizes individuals that typify the character and the drive and the success of an absolutely essential component of our national economy, small business. And John, just as the letter I sent you stated, in coordination with the National Small Business Week celebration, which started yesterday in Washington, D.C., it is my honor to officially advise you that you've been named the Microlender of the Year here in Arizona. Again, we at SBA sincerely appreciate our relationship with PPEP and PMHDC. And let me also extend your greetings to all from our regional administrator and our associate administrator for field operations, Michael Volante, who had hoped to join us all today to spotlight the contributions of America's small businesses and what they make to our economy. So thank you for taking time away from your own busy schedules to join us at this special event. John, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to everybody.
Thank you, Robert, and we appreciate so much the years of service that you've led our state in. And I can't think of how many years it was, but every time I look at a picture from the 2000s or whatever, you're there. So we thank you very much, and your marvelous team that you have and the people that are present with us today from SBA, we appreciate so much.
Well, it's Steve Hart and Jim Pipper and Brian Quijada. And thank you, John. It's been 22 years going on 23.
Okay, great. Thank you. We're kind of hitting on 53 cylinders. The bus is still right over here in the corner, and it's still plugging along. So thank you, Robert. You have a great day, and continue to be with us on the Zoom, if you will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So right now, we would like to move to the SBA portion of the awards, and we have with us Jim, Steve, and Brian, right, that are here.
Correct.
So if you folks would maybe want to come on, I'd like to get maybe go over by the bus. I'm not, maybe we can flip the camera when we do that, but we're going to go over by the bus. I guess it's the safest place here. And so the Loan Review Committee board members over there, and then we'd like to have we're going to get a picture with the staff afterwards. Okay, well, we've got a camera here. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead. Here's my phone.
Sir, you need to be over here.
Yeah. Well, there's the president. These guys.
Okay, well, then let me move over.
Talk in the middle, you guys.
Okay.
Fighting, you know.
We'll get it.
We're all smiling.
I got it.
Going all right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great.
Okay, and then, if the board will sit down, and then we'll have the staff come up and have a picture also.
You're the. Yeah, absolutely. Well deserved.
Anywhere you want.
With this stick, everybody.
Thank you for.
Okay, now we have some other special recognitions that we'd like to do today. So yesterday, I asked Patty Mendoza if her watch was working right, and she kind of said, yeah. But I said, I don't care, I'm still going to present this award to her today. So Patty, you come up, and then we have a special award, and Edgar, you should come. Special recognition. Patty Mendoza, 21 years of service dedicated to microlending and support services to PMHDC borrowers, September 23rd, 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Arnold.
Speech.
I mean, I enjoy what I do, helping all our micro businesses, and I'm glad that we have a new team that we can look forward to working with more of our borrowers.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, Freddie.
Now, I don't see Robert Milianza here today, but we do have a special award for him. And he usually comes in at 1 o'clock, he's going part-time, so we will be presenting the award to Robert Milianza, stepping up to underwrite and support PMHDC micro borrowers, September 23rd, 2020. So this is for Robert Milianza. And Edgar, so that you have a way of defending yourself from the coronavirus, we've got you as well. And it does work too, you just got to often hit people with it,
Rowdy dog, thank you.
There we go. So Edgar, you want to say a word? You're welcome to.
Well, thank you very much. I know it's not easy times. We're going through really tough times while we're living these days. But I really appreciate all those that came from far away to be here with us today, and we will keep going. And I say, like Dr. Arnold say, si se pudo, si se puede, si se podrá.
Thank you very much. Anybody like to ask a question or make a comment about microfinance or anything? Marty?
Hi, how are you? I just want to say, being one of the business counselors and technical support to our people that are coming to us, I really appreciate the information that I'm getting from the SBA website and the detail and the information that I can reference people to that's very easy for them to understand when having to write a small business plan or for the beginnings of what they have to understand to be able to be a successful applicant and also to continue and sustain the business. That's one of the links that I do give to our new people that are coming in, so thank you very much. I would also say that there are a couple of other sites that have it in English and Spanish. I think the SBA has some sections in Spanish as well, so that's also very, very helpful, and I wanted to thank you for that and tell.
We're on increasing that.
Yes, thank you. It's an excellent website. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
for saying that. We don't always hear that.
Yes. No, I know. It is excellent. It's easy to maneuver. It's easy to bring them into it. It's so well organized, the way that it comes down on the drop. And all the relevance and the titles of the information are very, very easy for me to explain to an individual. That something like that is very easy. So thank you very much.
We have another, there's a couple people I forgot to introduce. One is Bill Stearns from our Aravaca Garden. So Bill, welcome to being with us. Our farm is a great farm, and Bill, do you want to just share a word about the Aravaca farm and any thoughts that you'd like to make?
Well, one of the things that is coming up for us, and we see it in California, is just changing climate. We have had 2 rough years down there, just no rain in the summertime and just constantly hot. So we're trying to adapt and doing our best and really enjoying winter gardening too. But it's a great job and a really nice place to work.
Also, we have Nancy Berlarde. She's from our office in San Luis. I don't know if Nancy, you're on the line, but if you are, we want to also thank you very much for the work you're doing.
Hi, yes, thank you for the opportunity, and we are here to help, and I love this team. Thank you.
And also there with you, I believe the NFJP staff, Marcella and the others are probably watching in there, and you're great partners. I know you're helping Nancy at this time, so thank all of you there that across the state and the other departments that are helping so much to support our team. Let's give Nancy and Bill a hand, please. Barbara Coronado and her team do a lot of work behind the scenes that it's very important to recognize to set the financial accountability. We have excellent audits. We have had positive, no question costs for at least the last 10 years, so that's as far back as I can't remember any before that. So that's we're credit to her. Barbara, would you like to say a word about your thoughts on this program?
I'm just very grateful to have a very strong team behind me. I know that was always the face of the group, but there's a strong team, especially working with Patty and her group. I couldn't be more pleased with the work that we're doing. We're looking forward to even growing further now that we've got new people on board. And I have to make sure that they're trained well, and we get the full support and moving forward.
Yeah, John, this is Robert Blaney. I also wanted to tell you that my deputy, Shivani Dubey, has joined this, and she was on, and I wanted to recognize her.
Yes, would you like to say a word of greeting to the group today?
I'm not sure she's on mute, but I will tell you it's just wonderful to see everybody. Thank you.
John, I think it might be important for the benefit of SBA participants today to talk about the overlapping relationships that grow from this, this service that we receive for microbusiness loans. That's typical of our community at large in terms of overlapping relationships. A lot of us come from different professional backgrounds, and all of us that sit on the board, on the microbusiness loan board, have that experience. So by definition, as a result of those backgrounds, we wind up becoming much more successful in our community and in other countries with regard to one specific additional service that we provide on a volunteer basis, and to the credit of Project PEP, to include an organization dealing with medical health in the community, and those people that, and oftentimes they're the same people that are wanting to get involved in small businesses and things of that sort, but populations in need in our community. And one such organization that we have here present today is a group that I volunteered with prior to, although I've known John for 40 plus years from the government sector. We were able to help provide medical supplies and durable medical equipment. Originally, well, he's been PEP has had interest in Africa and South America and other places, Mexico. But in terms of medical equipment and supplies, we were providing them here in Arizona and in our own community, and we've grown to where we're in Sonora and other parts in Mexico. And fortunately for us, we had lost our funding as an organization associated with the Catholic Church, and John helped us reestablish ourselves in a much more fruitful and larger impact area by helping us provide a warehouse place, and we've been able to grow the organization and provide durable medical equipment and supplies to literally thousands and thousands of people, not only in Arizona and in Africa and Latin America, specifically in Sonora, Mexico. So we have some of those representatives and volunteers. We got a couple of VISTA volunteers that are with us, two young ladies, Lisa and Marina. I think y'all met them, and the executive director, Jose Rawls, who's got a historic kind of background himself with Homeland Security and well, other agencies that we can't name because they have to kill you. And then you want to stand up and, I mean, she has a military background too, and I mean, she actually was one of those officer people that, so anyway, we've got a great number of volunteers, nurses, people that are retired that help in the distribution of, but I just wanted to comment on that because there are numerous other associations, different backgrounds, where we're able to complement each other, and it's not a stretch at all to suggest that SBA and what we do here winds up being of interest as we get out into the population and other organizations and talk about what we're doing. So, you know, we all have now a much broader portfolio on an individual basis and as an organization. And we're especially proud to be able to have you all here today and demonstrate the success that we sometimes just take for granted ourselves, bragging about our own population, the staff that works here, and the extent to which John is still going 100 miles an hour. And so I don't know how much faster he was going in his younger days, but it's hard to imagine. So just wanted to make that observation, John. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to share one thing with you. How many of you saw the NBC morning news show yesterday, or the clip about it? Amazing. Our school and our migrant kids from San Luis were the feature story of NBC News. Millions and millions of people saw that and were touched by the two young ladies and the struggle that they're having every day to go to school, keep their families going, trying to catch an agriculture bus at 2 a.m. so they get some money to continue to feed their family. It's an amazing story.
When their parents were deported to Mexico 2 years ago, the girls, both U.S. citizens, stayed behind. Now, the sisters attend school in person just 1 day a week and work full-time in these agricultural fields. Because they're in between crop seasons in Arizona, the jobs are scarce. But Jimena gets lucky. She's headed to a melon field where she'll work for the day. Eric Delamantes and Luis Vargas both worked these fields throughout high school.
So I used to wake up at 2 a.m. to work over here the weekends, and it was very, very cold.
But now, with help from the Migrant Education Program, they are both about to graduate with a bachelor's degree.
And it is really incredible what these kids have to go through, and the pandemic has changed the routines for so many of them.
Wow. Thank you, Gabe, for that eye-opening report.
It's the thing, we don't think about where our food comes and who
are the people who pick it and bring it to
kid
us.
at 15 years
Yeah.
old
Working 6 days a week.
And going to school.
Yeah.
So the young people also, we're hoping to move, I mentioned this, our microloan program into self-employment. Because a lot of them are not going to be finding jobs, and we have our NFJP program that can help them make that move. And we have joining forces also. Another thing that I was sharing with folks from SBA earlier, PEP, the companion agency, there's two separate boards, two separate agencies between PMHDC and PEP, but we do offer the utility assistance, rental assistance, we have mental health, counseling, we have services for developmentally disabled, and we also have a strong housing component within PMHDC, where we get old homes, we fix them up, and we put them back into affordable housing. And also, we have a program through Youth Build that actually builds a house every year. These are young people from the streets, farm workers, kids that come from the courts. We get them in, they get their GED, and they learn construction skills. They end up with Arizona Western College, getting some certifications, so putting them on the right track. So I wanted to put it back forward that youth is a very important part of PEP. If you look at the variety of programs we offer, you'll see that we are very strong towards family, towards the young children, and for the young people. And our PEP Tech High Schools, we are the largest public charter school district in Arizona, and the only one that offers mental health. We have a companion under our charter called Arizona Virtual Academy. We have over 8,700 students that study from kindergarten to high school every day, virtually. This is free. We don't charge for our services. And as Enrique was mentioning, all of the services that we have through the warehouse, all the medical equipment is free. Actually, when we started getting into the medical supplies, we actually did this during Katrina. We were involved in the largest civilian disaster relief ever in the history of the United States. We sent down 77 semis through our school collections, through World Care and other partners. And on the way out of the room here, you can see all the pictures there, and you can see the 55,000 square foot facility that's still there in Clarksville, Mississippi, serves all southeastern United States, and presently, because of the hurricanes there, is fully active. So these small investments in time, and it was done by a microloan where we were able to get the land and the building during Katrina. So all of those dots are connected today. You're part of that, and thank you for all participating. And we look forward to these difficult times, the challenges that are going to be for us, and realize that this is not a time to be staying home. This is a time to be active. My biggest problem here at PEP is finding a parking space. I park in the street because everybody's here. We don't take stimulus money and we don't stay home. So thank you very much for being part of us and the work that we do. And the challenges are there. We need to roll up our sleeves, and people need to get out the doors and get out and helping people. This is not a time that we conduct our responsibilities. This is when PEP is the best. It's when things are difficult. So keep it up. As Edgar said, si se puede, si se pudo, and si se podrá. Thank you very much, everybody. Good hearing to all of you.